It's Friday night, June 24th, 2016. And I just shot enough heroin to kill myself. I'm begging God to take me. I begged and cried for hours until I just cried myself to sleep like a baby. I was utterly hopeless. The only hope I had was to never wake up. Mr. Contest Chair, my fellow awakened spirits, as you can see, I wasn't taken that night. Instead, I was anonymously awakened. Now I know what you're all thinking. I clean up nice, right? I don't look like a drug addict. I got a nice suit on, clean shave, kept hair, and I have all my teeth. Most of them. But it all started back when I was 11 years old. The first time I felt true pain. My father and brother were ripped out of my life and sent to prison. I was so hurt, angry, scared, and confused all at the same time. I didn't know what to do with myself. But I knew my pain was a weakness, and I couldn't let you see that. I know a lot of you out there can't identify with my actual addiction, and I thank God for that. But how many of you out there could identify with pain? Yeah. And we could all identify with the extreme measures we go to avoid pain and seek pleasure. It's called the pleasure principle. Well, I tried very hard to avoid pain, but over those next couple of years, the hits just kept on coming. First, my grandmother passed. Then my other grandmother, who helped raise me, passed unexpectedly. And then a week to the day after that, my cousin Frankie, who was my soulmate, killed him and 3 of his friends in a car crash I was supposed to be in. At that point, I lost all my faith. All I wanted to do was numb myself and escape that uncomfortable feeling I was constantly living in. I became obsessed with avoiding pain and seeking pleasure at all costs. And I created a succubus. Anything that felt good, I sucked the life out of until there was nothing left. And it didn't matter what it was, drugs, alcohol, women, money. I would listen to the same song over and over again until it just didn't sound the same. I would eat the same food over and over until it just didn't taste the same. I remember I ate chicken cutlets for 6 weeks straight. My mother wanted to kill me. But that selfish and destructive behavior led to over 20 years of struggle, a life of crime, academic failure, job loss, homelessness, and loss of family and friends multiple times over. And none of it was ever enough. It wasn't enough until I finally lost myself completely. I felt like the demons inside me sliced away at my heart, piece by piece, until there was nothing left. Which brings me back to that night, crying myself to sleep, begging God to take me. I really can't explain what happened to me that next morning because it's truly unexplainable. But when I woke up, I was truly awakened. I got on my knees and thanked God for another chance. And I became willing to do whatever necessary to change. But I was left with a question that plagues so many of us. Why am I here? There had to be a reason I was still alive, because if it was up to me, I would have been dead or in prison a long time ago. So I started my journey, my quest for wholeness. I checked into a detox, then into a rehab, then into a sober house where I lived for a year. And I spent a lot of time in self, reflecting, discovering, developing. I know there's a lot of people out there that think you have to go to some far-off, beautiful land to find yourself. And they're right. I had to go all the way to the beautiful, far-off land of Hempstead, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find yourself wherever you are right now, because it's not an outside job, it's an inside job. And it's not easy. But I didn't sign up for easy, I signed up for change. I had to unravel all the negativity I built my self-image around, the guilt and shame, the insecurities and self-doubt, fear and anger, to get to the core of my being and forgive myself. And underneath all that negative garbage, I found my authentic self. I found love, patience, generosity, perseverance, and this passion, this undeniable passion for helping others. So I went out and started sharing my story, helping others through my experience. And I felt a high that I've never felt before. This deep internal high that can't be manufactured by any outside source. And it hit me. This is my gift. This is my reason for living. I'm a motivator. And I'm going to be a motivational speaker. So I jumped on Google, right? How to become a motivational speaker. That didn't help me very much. No, what helped me was truly saying it to myself with conviction and believing it in my heart, because that gave me the courage to speak it into existence. I told my family and all my friends, and weird things started happening all around me. It was like the universe was conspiring to create this path. I got a call from my uncle that I hadn't heard from in years, and he told me about this place where I could go develop my gift, this magical place called Toastmasters. And I was all for it, because truth be told, I was blessed with many gifts throughout my life, most of which I've squandered, because I never put in the action necessary to truly develop those gifts. See, I believe we're all born with certain gifts inside of us, but we're not given these gifts to selfishly hold on to and waste. We're given these gifts to embrace and share with the world. The issue is, a lot of us seem to think that God's gifts come from Pottery Barn. They just show up, fully assembled and ready to go. Our gifts never show up fully assembled. They're not from Pottery Barn. God's gifts are from IKEA. Thousands of little parts and pieces we have to find and put together. It's not a finished product. We have to work very hard and diligently to create that finished product, which is why I'm here speaking with you tonight, to inspire hope that change is possible, to motivate you, to be relentless in the discovery and development of your gifts, and to change your perspective on your struggle, because it's not a weakness. It's your greatest strength. Mr. Contest Chair.